Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Hogwarts Legacy video, and an especially fun one today, because in Hogwarts Legacy, we have a Weasley. Thank you very much for clicking on this video, and just before we get into the news, if you want to see more content like this about Hogwarts Legacy, it's less than a month until the game releases now, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like on this video because we are hurtling towards the launch date now, and that means there will be videos coming out leading up to and following the game's release. So if you're looking forward to content on Hogwarts Legacy and even Jedi Survivor coming out a month later, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But onto the news, just yesterday, the official Hogwarts Legacy account started rolling out posts introducing us to some of the cast and to the characters they play, and that included a couple of familiar faces from general film stardom and even from the Harry Potter films themselves. So I'm going to work through the castings, starting with the voice actors for our player, because Sebastian Croft, who plays Ben in Heartstopper if you've seen the Netflix show, is taking on the role of voice 1 of our playable character, and Amelia Gething is taking on voice 2. Now moving on to our companions, we have Asif Ali as Amit Thakkar, who is a Ravenclaw companion, and despite Hogwarts Legacy showing off Gryffindor, Hufflepuff and Slytherin companions in trailers from the start, now it seems like almost every student they announce to play a side character turns out to be a part of Ravenclaw, and I say that confidently because I know that the next person is Luke Youngblood, who played Lee Jordan in the Harry Potter movies, and he is playing Everett Clopton, who is also, you guessed it, a Ravenclaw. But moving on past the students, onto the teacher's side of things, we have Som Kapila, and I hope I haven't butchered any of these pronunciations, but she is playing Professor Satyavati Shah, who is the astronomy professor at Hogwarts. So hopefully that means rather than her just being a character who you could bump into in the halls or anything, hopefully we get cutscenes with her, we get to go to astronomy class whenever our timetable requires it, and genuinely have a lesson to take part in there. And the same goes for Candice Kane, who is playing Professor Onai, and if the name Onai seems familiar to you, that is because our Gryffindor companion is Natsai Onai, who must be the Professor's daughter. And if you look at the Professor's image here, I would assume, basically just running off stereotypes and it not being completely confirmed by the Hogwarts Legacy account, I would assume she's teaching divination, but we'll have to wait and see on that front and see how the relationship for Natsai Onai, having her parent being a teacher in Hogwarts, how that factors into her own storyline. But now we get to the big hitters, because Leslie Nichol is playing Professor Matilda Weasley. We have a Weasley in Hogwarts Legacy, and seeing how the family is in Harry Potter's time, it's quite interesting to see that she turned out in more of a Percy mould perhaps, because she is the deputy headmistress in Hogwarts, and after seeing the state of the headmaster, who we will get to in a second, I can imagine that Matilda will be putting out fires all over the castle. But that is only because the absolute state of the headmaster, who you have read about in the books, and he features in a painting in Dumbledore's office in the films as well, because Phineas Nigellus Black is being played by none other than Simon Pegg, and he says it himself. There is a video on the Hogwarts Legacy channel, so go have a see, because Simon Pegg is talking about the character of Phineas and how he is essentially incompetent and a terrible headmaster. So Matilda Weasley must have her work cut out for her, because Phineas Nigellus Black is pompous, he's stupid, and he's basically going to be getting in our player's way as we try and discover the secrets around Hogwarts. But to get a name such as Simon Pegg, such a famous English actor, to play such a huge role in this franchise is excellent, and it will do a world of good as a selling point for the games as well. Not that they need it, because they're topping the Steam sale charts at the moment. But dare I say it, we have an ancestor of Sirius here, we have an ancestor of Ron and the whole Weasley clan here. Will we see a Potter show up? Will we see a Snape show up? Will we see any more famous names and families that we recognise show up in Hogwarts Legacy? I think there's a very high chance of that happening, especially surrounding the identity of our own player. And hey, if it doesn't factor into the story, if they don't add anyone else in, we can always customise our own name and make ourselves a Potter, make ourselves a Dumbledore if we want to. There will be so much freedom when the game launches in less than a month's time now. So that is all for this video. Leave a like if you're excited to experience Hogwarts alongside a Weasley, or even alongside a Black, depending on which way you go, because if you pick Slytherin, there's a chance the headmaster's going to really take a liking to you, as long as you're pureblood, that is. So subscribe to the channel and there will be more Hogwarts Legacy videos leading up to and following on from the release of Hogwarts Legacy. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and hopefully I will see you next time.